All right, hi Mike, let's take a look at this set of essays you've sent us. Let's see what you did here, okay? The first one is the English and Homestay Program. Dear Sir Madam, my name is Mike Green. I am a student from the Netherlands who will be staying with you during a summer English course. As it will be my first time visiting the UK, I would like to get more information regarding a few key points before my arrival. First of all, I am wondering if public transport infrastructure is properly developed for daily commute. For my daily commute to Collage, you spelled it wrong, it should be an E there, or I should include extra expenses in my budget for renting a car. Alright, this actually isn't a question. If you notice, you said I am wondering, so it just needed a full stop here, not a question mark. Next, I would like to know if there are any specific rules and laws for foreigners I need to be aware of. For example, one friend of mine who took the same course last year told me that it was mandatory to carry an identification document at all times. Regarding my arrival, I have booked my flight tickets for 15th of October, noontime. It is just a fortnight before the course kicks off. I reckon, spelled wrong, there's a K there, it could be useful to have some free time in order to get used to a new place. I look forward to meeting you. Yours sincerely. Okay. I didn't really understand this one. Just check it out. You said, I have booked my flight tickets for the 15th of October noontime. What does that mean? Does that mean that noon is the time you leave? Does that mean noon is the time you arrive? So that particular expression there is not clear. You should have been much more precise about it. I said this was spelled wrong. Let's see. So yeah, that was a problem for me. You didn't even tell them where you're flying into or something. You needed a little more information here. So how about something like, regarding my arrival, I have booked my tickets for the 15th of October and I arrive at London's Heathrow Airport at 12:11 on flight, I don't know, SK1132. All right? And then you can say something about how you plan to arrive to the people's house. Maybe you can say like, oh, I have arranged to take a bus to your home, or how would you suggest I travel to your home, or something like that. Okay, and then let's see. I didn't really understand this sentence at all. Actually, it could be useful to have some free time in order to get used to a new place. What does that mean? What are you saying? So I didn't really understand the purpose of this sentence, and it didn't really feel like it was closing out your letter. So I didn't really get it. I thought that what I just suggested would probably been a better choice. Okay, other than that, it was all right. I also wasn't hugely a fan of your paragraphing. Not that paragraphing is tremendously important in task 1, but still, I think it would have been better for these two paragraphs to just be one. You could have just lumped them together. It wouldn't have been a problem. I would have preferred that. All right. Other than that, no major problems. Let's see. Yeah, the rest of it is okay. So let's take a look at this essay about international marketing. Marketing campaigns, not of foreign countries. That I think you're trying to rephrase international marketing, but you really don't need to do that. Marketing campaigns of foreign companies, maybe that's a better idea, can be considered by many as intervention into domestic markets. However, there are those who believe that not only is it an essential and cost-effective way of learning, but also can be useful in terms of sharing cultural values, concepts, and language. This essay will examine both viewpoints of the argument as well as provide my own opinion on this matter. Okay, this feels to me like I understand that you're trying to rephrase the task, but it's a little, in terms of the structure and everything, a little too close to what's actually been written, so I would have liked you to use your own language a little more. Yeah, I know, you rephrase the words, you use different words, but on the whole, the actual structure of the sentence is really, really very similar. The other problem here is take a look at what they asked you to do. There's a command here, and the command is discuss with views and then give your opinion. When they ask for your opinion, I think it's really important that you include it in your introduction. It's important to give the examiner a roadmap to where you're going with this essay. Don't just leave it to the end. I mean, the examiner wants to know where he or she is going when he or she is reading this essay. All right? So you're not doing yourselves any favor. You're not doing yourself any favors by leaving it to the end, especially when it asks for it so clearly. So let's keep going. On the one hand, it is fair to say that international firms that promote their products in other countries can create harsh competitive conditions for domestic business. In other words, it could be extremely difficult to compete against transnational corporations, get rid of that comma, that may have larger marketing budgets and potentially better products. For instance, during the oil crisis in the 70s, get rid of the apostrophe, Japanese car manufacturers like Toyota and Honda conquered the U.S. automotive market by offering smaller, more fuel-efficient cars. Moreover, their marketing strategies specifically emphasize this advantage. As a result, the U.S. automobile companies such as GM and Ford went almost bankrupt. Okay, so how are you showing that this is invasive and intrusive? You've shown us how these companies, it's a great example, you've shown us how these companies, use something to their advantage. But are you really showing us that this is invasive and intrusive? Okay, let's move on. On the other hand, bringing about new products could force local entrepreneurs to learn and innovate in order to survive the competition. This can be beneficial for the end consumers due to raising quality standards. Furthermore, some marketing tools are an effective and unexpensive way, I don't know about that word, unexpensive, to get to know more about nations where those goods come from. For instance, it is common for international companies to participate in exhibitions where consumers are able to interact with representatives from all over the globe, getting new ideas and acquiring cultural information. Lovely. It would have been nice if you had mentioned that some of this is low cost too. Okay, it's an economical form of education, all right? You neglected to mention that. Other than that, though, I liked it. In conclusion, even though promotion campaigns of international firms can be detrimental for national entrepreneurship, because of tightening competition for locals, in my opinion, it has a positive impact as consumers can benefit from having more high-quality products in the market, not to mention getting more information regarding customs, traditions, and way of living of a manufacturer's country. Okay, that's really nice. I think this was the one that was a little bit of a problem, this paragraph here, for the reasons that I've already mentioned. I'm really happy that you understood the topic. A lot of people don't. This is a topic that is rather difficult for a lot of people. You handled it well. You seem to understand what was being discussed here, and that's positive. That's a good thing. Like I said, though, however, I don't really feel like you totally answered the question specifically in this paragraph, okay? Because you didn't really tell me how it's an invasion and intrusion, because theoretically, Honda and Toyota acted like an invasion and intrusion into the U.S. market. So you didn't say that at all, okay? All right, so some good work here, but there are some things that I would like to see you applying. Some of the things that I suggested today, I would like to see you applying them in your writing. So I'm not sure if you've told us when your exam is. If you've got some time, I would really like to recommend signing up for some essay corrections with us, or maybe you'd like to consider the online course as well. Both of those options I think would be very beneficial for you. So let's see if we can see more of your essays, if we can see you improving and helping you progress. And I look forward to that, okay? Good luck.